You are listening to me talking to myself. Welcome to the podcast where I share useful tools to create more space, more freedom, inner peace, connection, and life on purpose. When we elevate our own energy, our whole world can change. We are vibrating at a certain frequency, and when we change that frequency, everything elevates around us. Today's episode is designed to ignite that power within us, to realize that the more powerful energy, the more positive energy, the more elevated energy that we bring into our own life, the more energy we express and can give to others. And that creates a ripple effect. Everything affects everything. And that is actually our own individual unique ability to be spiritual activists in this world. This is a time when those of us reading or listening to content like this have to start to raise our awareness of how much our energy has an impact around everyone around us. Our social media feed, our friends, our colleagues. When we take ownership of that energy that we bring into this world, we can actually make a major impact on every human that is around us and every person that we experience. That is our power. My purpose with this episode is to help you raise your energy and notice not just the powerful impact that has on your attracting power and everyone around you, but the impact that it has in your community, the impact that it has in the work that you do, in how you show up, in what you create, in everything that is connected to you in your life. If you have been feeling weird, or you are stressed out about the news, or you are down, or all the things that we deal with today in this world that we live in, this is an episode that's going to spark your light and get you feeling great. Let this energy come through and remind you of your true superpower. Your life is your classroom. The world is your classroom, and people are your assignments. And every moment offers you an opportunity to grow and to learn and wake up a little bit more and smile a little bit brighter and strengthen your faith with more conviction. Or those moments offer you an opportunity to deepen your fear, create more blocks, feel stuck, hold onto resentment, and tell a whole different story. And the world that we live in tells a lot of scary, crazy, sad, and painful stories. There isn't a bubble we can hide in from the realities of the world. Even if we do not watch the news, we pick up the energy and the vibration of what is happening in the world. It doesn't matter how much we protect our bubble, we are still vibrationally picking up the energy of the given circumstances of our times. Because each individual on this planet is carrying the vibration of what is happening in the world. And so being in the experience of what's happening in the world, it's very easy, whether we realize it or not, to become the victim of that energy, to unconsciously or consciously take it on. Whether we are engaged or not engaged, we are having an experience of it. We feel upset and powerless. So what can we do? The more each of us, on an individual level, elevates from a presence of joy, the better an imprint and impact we have on the world. The more we elevate the individuals in our local environment, and the more that local experience has a ripple effect on a global community. The more we begin to vibrate at a higher frequency, the more of an impact we have on each individual and the more impact we have on the world. What if we see it as our mission to wake up the people so that they can begin to vibrate at a new frequency, so that the world begins to vibrate at a new frequency, so that the world will no longer be a container to hold all the crazy and scary and sad stuff that's happening. What if we decide to be spiritual activists? how would this show up in our life? What if, despite all those stories, we take responsibility to bring more joy into our life? If we have been gifted the privilege of living in this society, in this world, in this country, we have a big energetic responsibility to the people around us and the people far away. There are many studies out there on what happens when the collective begins to vibrate at a new frequency. This is called Maharishi effect. Collective consciousness can affect the surrounding environment. They literally sent monks and meditators into different environments and communities with crime and poverty and started to raise their vibration through those meditators living in the space. As a result, the whole community started to shift. And so, why can't we do that in our own environment? This is what we do on the mat with our yoga practice. We raise the vibration. This is what we do when we meditate. We raise the consciousness and our vibration. Why can't we do that in our home? Why can't we do that in our office? When one or more gather in the name of love and faith, that's when miracles happen. In yoga studios, we are gathering with the intention to raise our own vibration through collective movement and breath. We are gathering with the intention to shift our energy. So let's talk about joy. Let's talk about happiness. A lot of people feel a sense of guilt over feeling good when bad things happen in the world, especially with all the scary and sad stories happening right now. But our commitment to joy will make us feel better. Our body will vibrate at a better energetic frequency. Our nervous system will be able to reorganize itself naturally. When we are in a state of joy, we are healthier. When we are in a state of joy, we are kinder. When we are in a state of joy, we are much more impactful and much more powerful. The presence of joy is our greatest source of power because, truthfully, there is nothing powerful about anger, resentment, and judgment. So think about it. When you show up to an argument, or you show up to your office, or you have to lead a group, or in any environment where you have to make a statement, and you show up with your anger and you show up with your judgment, it doesn't really end up well, does it? Even if you get what you want, you don't really feel very good. If there is anger, resentment, or separation or judgment behind that intention, there is no power there. But you can show up with conviction, and you can show up with a commitment to be heard and to be clear and to be controversial, but with love. And if you show up to be controversial with love, even if people disagree, even if they push back, you will be heard. And so it's not actually what you say or what you do, it's about how you are and how you show up. It's about the energy that you bring forth in any given situation and really owning that your presence is your power. So, do we live in that light all the time? So, are we going to forget about all the worldly issues that we have? Are they going to disappear? Well, they won't disappear, but they will become less and less real to us if we commit to choose the light. As we go on this journey of unlearning all of the fears that we choose to believe in, unlearning the patterns that keep us stuck, unlearning the relationships that we were resentful towards, and remembering forgiveness, and remembering love, and remembering a shift in our thinking, and remembering that we can change our energy anytime, this is the power we have. We can change and shift our energy anytime. As we go on that journey, we start to live in a way where we feel more in alignment and more committed to loving thoughts and loving energy. So much so that when we are out of alignment with that truth, out of alignment with our values, it's so uncomfortable that we cannot stay there. It's so uncomfortable that we quickly have to return. We're not going to walk through life with perfection. We can do our best in every given moment to bring our highest self to all circumstances, but we will not do it all the time. And when we don't, how quickly do we come back and choose again? We will not live in that light all the time, but we can come back and redecide to be there anytime. Our brain will offer us a lot of thoughts, negative and positive. We have the choice of what thoughts we want to entertain and focus on. Fear and scarcity, or faith and opportunities. Lack or abundance. And every thought creates a chain of thoughts. Once we think about something that is not working, we start noticing all the other things that are negative and not working as well. And very quickly we can think that everything is horrible, nothing is working, the world is crazy, and there is no hope. But we have the power to redirect the thought process and redecide what thought do I want to believe. What do I want my truth to be? So often we think we are the victim of the world, but we are not victims of the world we see. It's not about what we see. It's about how we are choosing to perceive what we see. We are seeing economic struggles and we are seeing people dying, but it's our choice what lens we will see that through. We can see these experiences through the lens of love, hope, and faith, or we can see these experiences through the lens of fear and scarcity. Projection is perception. And it's our choice how we want to project the stories onto the world. And through the projection that we place on the world, we will have a certain perception of the world. In any moment, we can choose to be led by fear, hate, or we can choose to be led by courage and love. In any given moment, when you witness yourself out of alignment with love, you can say, I choose to be led by love, faith, and courage. I am not the victim of the world I see. My happiness is a choice I make. That's a choice I make in any given moment. We think that we are the fear, but we can always choose again. In every given moment, remember that you can choose again, and the more you choose again, and the more you choose again, and the more you choose again, the more comfortable you are with that choice. The quicker you become aware of your thoughts, and the quicker you can redirect. We do not need to get to that bottom of the negative thought chain and crazy acting and reacting to that negativity we have just created in order to come back to that vibration we want to live in. We can come back in any given moment. Every moment is an opportunity to forgive yourself for having those thoughts and come back. If you made it to the end of this episode, that means you're truly committed to miracles and change. I have many on-demand classes and meditations on my YouTube channel. Links you will find in show notes. Let's elevate that vibration. Thank you for being curious. If you enjoyed listening, rate, review, subscribe, share, and join the conversation. Do not miss out on yourself, your power, and what is possible for you.